Okay, good morning. So today we are going to be taking an ABA measurement quiz, dating edition, multiple choice. So question number one, you're measuring how many times your date texts WYD. WYD is what are you doing in one day? What type of measurement is this? Is it duration, rate, frequency, or avoidance behavior?
C, frequency.
C, frequency. And what do you think? Student number two, what do you think?
I think it's C.
Oh, you think it's frequency. Okay.
Mhm.
Frequency is the correct answer. Frequency means how many times a behavior happens. For example, if a child raises their hand 5 times during class, the frequency is 5. It's just a simple count of how often the behavior occurs. There's no timing involved. Beautiful. Okay. Question number two. Your date takes 40 minutes to decide on a restaurant. Are you collecting latency, duration, time sampling, or hopeful thoughts? What are you collecting if your date takes 40 minutes to decide on a restaurant?
B, duration.
B, duration. Student number two, what do you think?
I would say A, latency.
Latency. And how do we feel about our date taking 40 minutes to decide on a restaurant when you're starving and you're ravenous?
Yeah, that's a little too long for me.
Student number two, how do you feel about that? Too long? I'll say too long. And the
Yeah, 40 minutes too long.
too long, yeah. Let's see. Then the answer is duration. Duration means how long a behavior lasts from start to finish. For example, if a child cries for 8 minutes, the duration of the crying behavior is 8 minutes. So while frequency counts how many times, duration measures how long. So student number two, are we good with duration? You see
Yes.
duration? Okay. Question number three. You send, hey, you're texting someone, hey, and they respond 6 hours later. What measurement captures this? Is it frequency, latency, permanent product, or ghosting analysis?
I
B,
B, latency. Let's see. Let's see if we are there. Yes, latency means the time between a signal and when the behavior starts. For example, a teacher says clean up and the child starts cleaning 10 seconds later. The latency is 10 seconds. It shows how long it takes to begin a behavior after being told or prompted. Perfect. Okay. Next question. Your date says you look interesting, then quickly follows with in a good way. What are you measuring if you time the gap between those two comments? Latency, inter-response time, duration, or damage control?
That's inter-response time, B.
Inter-response time. What do you think? Student number two, what do you think?
B.
Oops, sorry. Okay, let's see. The answer is oh, IRT. Did we say IRT?
Yes.
Yes, IRT, inter-response time, means the time between the end of one behavior and the start of the next. For example, a student finishes clapping and then claps again 4 seconds later. The IRT is 4 seconds. It helps to show us how much time passes between repeated behaviors. Number five, you're using partial interval recording to see if your date makes eye contact. What should you mark if they glance at you once during a 10-second interval? Yes, behavior occurred. No, not the whole time. Maybe I wasn't looking, or D, give up and check your phone.
I think it's A.
Yeah, me too.
A, yes, behavior occurred because with partial interval recording, you mark yes if the behavior happens at any time during the interval, even just once. In this case, your date glanced at you once during the 10-second interval. So that counts. So even though they didn't look the whole time, they looked once, so you mark yes. That's how partial interval works. Any occurrence counts. Awesome.
Right.
Okay, number 6, you're trying to measure if your date listens for the entire time you speak. You use whole interval recording. What's the catch? You only mark if they listen the entire time. They listened the entire time. B, it underestimates the behavior. C, they only nodded at the end, or A and B.
I'm gonna say it's D, A, and B.
Okay, and student number 2, what do you think? Let's see if it is. Yes, it is A and B with whole interval
Yay.
recording. Awesome. You only mark yes if the behavior happens the entire time. This can underestimate the behavior because if they listened most of the time, but not the whole time, you mark no. So they must do it the entire time, and it can make it look like they did it less often than they really did.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Okay. Number 7, during your date, you record whether your date is smiling at the end of each 30-second interval. What type of measurement is this? Is it latency, momentary time sampling, frequency, or wishful thinking?
B, momentary time sampling.
Momentary time sampling. You're checking if your date is smiling right at the end of each 30-second interval, not the whole time, not how often, just at that moment. You check if the behavior is happening at the exact moment of the interval ends. Okay. All right. So now we're moving on to number 8. After a breakup, you find old gifts like a wilted flower and a playlist titled Us. What measurement is this? Latency, frequency, permanent product, or emotional damage?
It looks like permanent product, C.
And it is permanent product. A permanent product is something you can see or count after a behavior happens. For example, a completed worksheet, a broken pencil, or a clean room. You don't have to watch the behavior, you just check the result after the
Mhm.
behavior. Awesome. All right, so number 9, you're measuring how many times it takes to say the right thing during a fight. The first 13 tries fail. The 14th is, you're right. What are you measuring? Trials to criterion, IRT, frequency, or emotional extinction burst?
I would say A.
Trials to criterion means how many tries it takes for someone to learn something correctly a certain number of times. For example, if a child has to get 5 correct answers in a row and it takes them 12 tries to do that, then the trials to criterion equal 12. Okay, last but not least, you track how many awful pickup lines your friend uses in 1 hour. What's this called? Is it rate, frequency, duration, or behavior suppression?
That's gonna be A, rate.
Rate, beautiful. Rate means how many times a behavior happens over a period of time. For example, if a child screams 6 times in 2 minutes, the rate is 3 screams per minute. It helps us understand how fast the behavior is happening. Thank you so much. You guys did a great job.